Welcome to Ravens Over. Please go to my channel or hit the notification bell, like this video, share. This is conversation. Yesterday I opened up a conversation called Dear Straight Men about transgender women. I have a question for you. And the reason why I want to have this conversation with straight men because I feel as though it is needed. And I feel as though we have to have a connect to why so many straight men who find trans women attractive, what is things they go through when sharing their truth. I want to do the format and set it up so I can see what happens on this page when a straight man says, I'm attracted to a girl like you. I wanted to start the conversation of healing. Check this out. Okay, what would you do if you wasn't afraid? Now, I did the video yesterday because I wanted to find out if the person you were attracted to and the person you wanted to be with were actually a transgender woman, what would you do? If the one that you was attracted to, the one that was perfect for you, was actually a transgender woman, what would you do? Could you stand in your truth? Would you stand behind her? Could you stand with her? Could you present her to your friends? Could you be the kind of person that says, you know what? I love who I love. I choose me. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to let the world know this is what I like. Now, like I said before, it is a conversation needs to be happening because at the end of the day, the girls are being murdered at a higher rate. And that I don't know thing is not always acceptable, and it's not acceptable with me at all because we can't ask her what's the story because most times we know one thing and nothing else. People lie. And we know that when a man stands in the forefront, he may be attacked or his career may be on jeopardy. Malik Yoba admits the dating transgender women receive tons of abuse. Now remind you, here's a man who took his whole career, put on the line to try to do the right thing, to stand up and say, you know what? These are human beings. These are real people. He never said in his statement he was sleeping with them. But of course people say if you like him, then you must be sleeping with him. You must be with him. Then all of a sudden he come a trans woman. Oh, he slept with me when I was just a kid. I was a prostitute on the street. I was just a kid. So by her being a prostitute, he's supposed to card the prostitute. So this is what the outburst that she made. She made the whole conversation about herself. She didn't care about the fact of the matter was that here is he trying his whole career put on the line. He's going to these plays, stuff like that. All she cares about the fact of the matter is that the spotlight is not on me. I'm a prostitute. They should post a ID prostitutes on the street. Allegedly, this is what he's supposed to have did. Now he did the whole thing as far as standing forefront, being the first man to stand out, a black man, and it showed, hey, let's not do this to them. And he had backlash from the same people trying to help, which you've been in this trying to always say before. The same ones you're trying to help will be the same ones that come against you. I said this over and over and over. I also said that the ones that are killing us is in the LGBT. They're not really the unknown straight gender man everybody keep thinking it is. It is people in the LGBT, which means that they are very much in the circle of the trans, gay, bisexual experience. But we end up dead because we can't tell our side of the story. And he knows how the protocol works. Oh, I didn't know where she was. At the end of the day, the bedroom scene said you didn't knew what she was. But your mouth is saying something totally different. But your mouth says something totally different when you was in the bed with her. And I wanted to have the conversation and stuff because I feel as though within healing, we have to find out where people's mindset comes from. Every person comes with a different story. Every person comes with a different reason. If you were raised a certain way, you feel as though this is Bible, this is how it goes. And a lot of times you've been misinformed of a lot of things. The world is created of so many different people, and if we wasn't so much of judgment of people and policing people, we may could get to meet some really nice people. But as long as we are closed-minded, you'll never be fed. Now, I want to do this whole conversation because I want to read my comments and see how men think. And by no means I wanted to attack anyone on this page with the conversation. But I want to find out if the men could understand and say, well, you know what, this is what I like. I'm a real man. I don't care. And who was it that was attacking men when they stood for? Was it cisgender women? Was it cisgender women? Was it two-spirit women? Was it straight men? I wanted to find out who was attacking these men that make them feel as though they have to keep hiding. And I want to see, like I said before, a lot of times we're thinking there's other people and there's actually people in our own circle. So let's go to the comments on that video and let's compare. Like, subscribe, and share this video and comment. Let's go there now. Okay, here's the channel right here. Dear straight men, about transgender women, I have a question for you. Can we see this? Okay. Now, the reason why I did this video and stuff, I wanted to have a little more conversation in reference to what happens if you're attracted to a transgender woman, and here it is that you thought that, you know, you would be marrying a cis woman, but actually your attraction is to a transgender woman. Now, nowhere up here I said you was being tricked, and nowhere said, I said, what happens when you're attracted to her, you want her. So, in generous said, straight black men are afraid of being labeled gay and losing their respect within the community, family, and friends. His truth will never come to light if a trans woman allows him to love her in the dark, which is very much true. Can y'all see this? Okay. And I actually agree with what he said and stuff. I loved and appreciate it. And someone else stated, Black said, TV said, I agree. James stated, one of my best straight friends, who was also a Virgo man, said him and most straight men are attracted to personalities and images. So you have a natural born woman who is a girl of your dreams. She's beautiful, smart, and witty. Family loves her, etc. But she can't bear children. Is she less of a woman? Do you fall out with her? Is she less attractive or her roles less important only because she's unable to bear children? Thank you, James. Very good statement. And this is true, because love is love. You love who you love. And basically, it lets you know, hey, I like who I like, you like who you like, respect me, I respect you. Earth angels. Both people so far, earth angels. The earth angels are people who care about other people, and they don't make everybody's life about themselves. They listen to people's story, and they say, you know what? Okay, I understand. And they have open heart. Voodoo child. Okay, let me see this one. If I can slide this down a little bit more. Voodoo child. It's kind of hard working me here because I got a voodoo child. I got to know for a short time wasn't ready. The one I got to know for a short time wasn't ready, but she said, I was keeping for sure. Love your deliverance. Voodoo child, James, and generous. Both three people are earth angels. They care about people and have an understanding and not making people's story about themselves. Saying, you know what? I like who I like, you like who you like, or whatever case it be. Legion Xavier. See what he says. For a while now, I've been a subscriber, and my motive has been for my enlightenment of transgender lifestyle on both YouTube and Instagram. Where is this thing at? Okay. I'm trying to stick it in so y'all can read it. I'm just going to read it. Y'all could just go to the page because it's kind of like hard for me to try to get it all in and do it at the same time. Okay. So, I'm going to start over again. For a while now, I've been a subscriber, and the motive of the best have been my enlightenment of transgender people on both YouTube and Instagram. I follow people in various ideologies and you're just one of many opinions I was curious of. Now, to answer your question as to what I would do if I fall in love with a woman who turns out to be a biological male parading around as a woman. That was all negative. That was just an attack. That was an attack, Lee. That was an attack. You saying parading around a woman, in other words, you policing this person that you're attracted to, and you find it offensive, in my opinion. She's parading around a woman. She's being herself. The same you parading around as a straight man and on a trans channel. You're being yourself. And it's not just a trans channel, it's a different channel. It would sicken me and enrage me. And that's very much scary right there, Lee. That's very scary. It would enrage you. That's very scary. Because my discipline would have been to have no sex until after marriage. So you wouldn't have sex with it after marriage. So you feel as though you were going to be tricked. Now, the conversation started to this video was, what would you do if the person you was attracted to was a transgender woman? No one said, what would you do if you was tricked into marriage and found out that she was trans? No one said that. It was pretty simple. What would you do if the person you was attracted to was a transgender woman? What would you do? Would you move forward with her? This is all things you already know because you're moving forward. You want to marry. You want to stand in the forefront. That would make it more sense. Now, to sit back and say, my discipline would have been to have no sex until after marriage. I can only imagine the intimate conversations, family and friends, that I would have to be introduced him to just learn that he was clowning me. So now you're being clowned. So you've turned this whole experience into a negative experience. You went to the dark place of it. And I want you girls to see this part, what I'm talking about. This man's comments is very important. This man comment, Lee, I appreciate your comment. It is very important. It is very difficult to forgive such a dishonest individual. But I would because I would seek forgiveness. I would seek forgiveness of my failures, but transgenders cannot birth babies, so I have to move on to a biological woman, and that would be fine. That would be fine if the video was about being tricked. That would be fine. That statement would be fine. This video was said, and I will try it again. What would you do if the woman you was in love with was a transgender woman? And the reason why I say your comment is so important is because you turned this whole thing into an attack on you. You turned this whole thing on being deceived. You turned this whole thing on being basically clowned. So her whole presence was about hurting you. The key word, what happened if the woman that you was in love with was a transgender woman? It was nothing stated here. You was tricked. You was deceived. Oh, died away after marriage. No one said this. This is something in your mind you created. And the reason why I say your comment is so important, because this is a problem that girls are having when they're being murdered. Because they feel as though they didn't look as men like yourself, not saying you are a killer, but men like yourself who feel as though you've been tricked, even though you knew what she was. If you watch the video again and again, you'll see it said you knew. After finding out who she was, you feel like you was being clowned. You feel like you was being tricked. You switched the whole thing and made yourself into a victim. And that was not the case. And this is the reason why I have the conversation, because a lot of these girls are being murdered because of this case. Not saying you are a killer by no means, but I am saying is that a lot of these girls are being murdered by men who get their guard down. Girls are being murdered by men who use the word friend. I love you. I'm a real motherfucking man. I'll knock a motherfucker out. I don't give a fuck what anybody say about me. And she gets her guard down. She believes in him. She goes to the house thinking that maybe she's about to show everybody her new boyfriend, and she ain't coming home. Let's see what somebody had to say. 3 people gave him the thumbs up. And that's questionable too. Your discipline leads to follow transgender women on social media on hopes to understanding you're never going to be interested in. So he's not interested in transgender women. He just feel like he needs to follow them as per James ever said. Which is very much true, James. But see, this is the reason why I said before, James. A lot of our, not saying it once again for the one in the back. Not saying Legion is a killer, but I said before, many times they've been around us before they finally walk in front of us. I talked about this before, and this is my proof. Let's see what he had to say to James. Not to insult you, but your comment reads as if you are an adult. Your comment reads, wait a minute. Not to insult you, but your comment doesn't read as if you're an adult. He feels offended again. or haven't had much life experiences. Now he's judging his life. Here it is, a man that saw the same video that James seen. Now he feels threatened once again because someone caught them on it. If I'm asked to leave a comment in the section and perceive that host or giving channel aren't receptive, on my comments or interaction on their live stream, then I simply move on, which is fine. Social media fulfillment and inquisitive minds and doesn't include those who express difference of philosophies of mind. For example, I have faith based on live philosophies and my subscriber follow on some centric skeptics and hardened atheists. For me, it's all about understanding the plot of others and well as a personal growth. But my friend Lee, in order to do that, you have to have an open heart to hear the conversation. You made this whole conversation about an attack, and it was not what it was attacked. The whole conversation was, what happened if the woman you was attracted to was a transgender woman? Would you share it with the world? Would you hide her? You took that whole conversation and made it into a trick. You were being tricked. Now, remind you, you already knew what she was, but you twisted it. And this is the reason why I tell the girls all the time, they get murdered. A man will not stand up and tell the truth. I didn't know what she was. Now, clearly, the video stays plain as day. But he twisted around the story words and made it so many different. Then he comes offensive and saying, well, I'm not to insult you. It's about being exquisite and the comments and stuff. I have a difference of opinion. If you want a biological female, all the women, all the beautiful women that are biological, they can have you. If they will. But the conversation wasn't about biological female as far as comparing the two. It was the fact of the matter, your heart and your soul that you was attracted to, that you was in love with, that the woman that was for you was a transgender woman, not a biological woman. It wasn't a trickery. It wasn't a plot against you. It wasn't to harm you. It wasn't to do anything to you. But you made it into he pronouns, him pronouns. You turned her story into a him. You took her story and made it all negative, an attack on you. And it's the problem I have. But it's very much, and I very much appreciate the fact that you gave your opinion, because there are a lot of men who feel like you. And my sisters, I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. Because a lot of men think like him. If you didn't look that way, I wouldn't have been there. If you didn't look that way, I wouldn't have had sex with you. If you didn't look that way, I wouldn't have kissed you. But you stopped her from where she was going. You pulled her to the side. You stopped her in her tracks. You pulled her to the side and said, I don't give a shit. Then after having sex with her, you're offended. Now her become him, and you being clown, you being... And if y'all been following this channel, like Lee says, I've talked about people like Lee. And Lee just came out here and just put it in pen, well not pen, but typed it and showed me, yeah, Raven, you're right. We're out here. We let girls believe that we are for them, and at the end of the day, we feel clown, and we're going to come after you and make you suffer. Not saying he's a killer. That's not what I'm saying at all. However, let's go down to Valentina. Now, Valentina, laugh my fucking ass off, girl. Who are you talking to? Ain't no straight men. Watch your channel. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Valentina. I went to your channel. I also went to Lee's channel. When I went to Lee's channel, because I like to see who I'm talking to. I like to see the type of work that you do when you're doing these things. And I see you have eight subscribers. I also see your boy here. So it's questionable, but that's fine. I just like to find out who I'm talking to, because it's the kind of person I am. Also notice the profile, which means you're hiding. Okay. Then let's go to, where is it at? It's not this one. This is her. I went to Valentina. This is the girl who left the, oh, nobody's looking at your channel and stuff, girl. Ain't nobody looking at no streaming on your channel. Okay. Now, I'm very much looking at your page, and this is a problem I have. Clearly you look like a transgender woman. And the fact of the matter is that you're on this channel talking about no straight men to go on my page, laugh out loud. You clowning them, and I don't know if they did research on you, but I'm going to see the kind of person why these men are being attacked. And you remind me of the same type of girl that attacked Malik Yoba. But the different thing that I found questionable than you was this video.
Hey. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, we'll stick around. I guess it was 2004. Yeah, 2004 I was in basic at Fort Leonard Wood. And,
as you loading up a gun.
Geez. I don't even remember how to clean a fucking Glock. I took a class on this.
And see, this is the problem I have.
Last time I got trained by Special Forces.
This is the problem I have. Now you present yourself as a woman. Ain't no man looking at your page. Ain't no real man looking at your page. And then your voice is like very deep. And then your voice changes on this one.
My favorite park. Kind of my favorite. I mean, I don't know. I kind of don't get too harassed here often.
I wonder why you get harassed.
Sometimes guys will talk to me, but
okay. And this is the problem I have with you. This is the problem I have with you. This is the problem I have with you. If you feel as though no straight men are on my page and no one's listening to me and stuff like that, I don't want to say too much about you because I feel like it's something more that's going on here. And the reason why I said something more, I'm not going to talk about what I see. Oh, fuck it. I see there's a drug problem going on here because I don't understand what's all this. This is questionable. And the other thing that I call questionable, because I see a lot of drug use here, in my personal opinion. These are not people that do videos and stuff like that. That's not a substance user. Just my opinion. I see something definitely going on here. And the simple fact of the matter is that you could come on my page and you could laugh and all this other stuff like that. And then you make fun and see. You guys, I want to share with you guys who didn't know. This is the shit that you got to look out for. Now, she's supposed to be trans. And you're like, oh, I'm getting attracted by one of them. And I'm saying you have to be a certain way to look trans. But at the end of the day, everybody mentally ain't mentally ready for nothing they saying they supposed to be doing. If you're a two-spirit woman, there is no way you should be sprung out like this if you love who you are.
hi. I didn't expect to make a video so soon, but I figured this would be a nice public service announcement for anyone who's coming to the South Carolina coast. Probably North Carolina, too.
This is my thing. And I don't want to stay on her page too much longer. I'm done with it. But this is my thing. See if I can go back to my own page, because I can't be on this type of, this negative environment and stuff. I don't want to be on it. Because simple fact of the matter is that, let me see. Go to my channel. I'm going to go to my channel because you know what? I don't want to be on it because it is so much I can say here. And I'm not going to do this to this child because I'm not. But the simple fact of the matter is that do not come on my page if you have other abuses going on within yourself, and you sit back and say all this extra stuff, you saying all this extra stuff about this page. Laugh my laugh, girl. Who are you talking to? Ain't no straight men gonna watch your channel. And this is the problem. And this is the problem. There are straight men that's watching the channel. There are people that's watching the channel. What you need to do is focus on your channel. And you guys that are two-spirit attached, make sure y'all do research on these girls who come around. Because every girl got some real issues. And by no means I'm saying all girls are perfect, because they're not. But maybe she's dealing with something I cannot describe. But before you come on this page, the Laugh Out Loud girl, who you talking to, ain't no straight men gonna watch your channel. I would say more, but I can't. Because something is going on with you mentally. And then I'm sure you're gonna see this video. And I'm gonna see if this is what you're not gonna do. Yeah, they have a fetish for straight dudes, gays as well. Okay. You got 4 thumbs up on this one. Then Valentina attacks Michael. Wrong, I'm watching. He's straight. She says, really? So you confident enough that your sexuality open to date trans woman? Now remind you, she's not in the proper anything to judge anybody until she clean up her act. Is she trans, or is she on something? What is it? I do not know. I'm not going to judge. I could go off on another video, which I will, but not this one. Then she goes, Devon, she goes to this one. Nice try. You're the one with the fetish. Ray Ray. The problem is that, yeah, they have a fetish for straight dudes. Gays do as well. And she says, you're the one with the fetish. Ray Ray. Girl, Valentina, before you comment on anybody's channel, please get yourself together. And you know exactly what I mean. Because straight men are watching here. And this is the problem that straight men have. In case you watch this video. In case you watch this video. You cannot help men if you attack men. You just as bad as Lee up there. I understand every girl has their own demons and things they're going through and stuff. Like you do. But one thing you gotta realize. Girls are being murdered. Girls are being killed. And you're not sitting around doing these stories. And Lee's not sitting around doing these stories. Raven is sitting around doing these stories. And I'm trying to have a conversation to keep my sisters from being murdered. In order for me to keep my little sisters from being murdered, I have to start the conversation, uncomfortable conversations, with people, strangers. Because I don't know about you or Lee. I don't want my sisters murdered. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of doing these stories. I'm tired of doing their murders. I'm tired of hearing how they died and they're being misgendered. I'm tired of how people blaming them for their deaths. I'm tired of it. See, you don't get to do the stories. You don't get to do the whole thing about it. But I tell you what you will do. You'll sit up here and say, laugh out, ain't nobody coming for your channel. Ain't no straight men watch your channel. They are watching. And they watching yours too. And you need to be more careful as well. Because if you're going to be a transgender woman, you need to be more careful what you post on your page. Because your mind shows that you're weak. And if you're not happy with your transition, maybe you need to see more therapy. And learn self-love. Because you don't love yourself enough. You saying everywhere you go, everybody want to take pictures of you? Then where are you going that people got to take pictures of you? You have to learn your self-worth. You have to get around people who celebrate you. And if you don't, you're gonna be doing extra stuff. I don't know if I'm assuming that you are trans. You may not be. You may be gender non-conforming. I don't know. I saw the dress. I saw the guns. I saw the other things. And as far as Lee, you're exactly what I've been telling the girls about. No offense. I'm sad that you showed up, but I'm happy you showed up. And the reason why I say I'm happy is because I wanted the girls to see how you took the whole story and made it an attack on you. She's pretending to be a woman. She's a man and all this other stuff. Your words. Him. You being tricked. And it's the mental frame of mind that I try to get people to understand when y'all messing with these dudes. Just because he's cute don't mean he won't kill you. Everybody who smiles in your face is not your friend. Anyway, like I said before, comment below. And I'd like to thank James and Voodoo and Black Magic TV and Indigenous DNA. I'd like to thank y'all for being Earth Angels, and also, matter of fact, I like to make y'all thank y'all for being Earth Angels, and basically, let me just pin this channel, this one, for being Earth Angels, for trying to get the understanding and try to help keep other girls alive. I appreciate it. I love you guys. And like I said before, there'll be more conversation happening. And if you're not ready to stand behind your words on this channel, don't comment below, because you will end up in the video. Like I said before, subscribe to my channel, tap this Instagram button. You follow me, I follow back. Let you know I love you, and thank you for watching. Kesserie.